I break my training into 3 parts for every session. You have training prep, then you have performance prep, then you have the actual performance. I consider everything I do performance lifting anyways to enhance the body's ability to perform at a high level, not just be good at lifting on its own. So as far as training prep, once again, featuring the Elite Fitness bands. This is just the regular red mini band. This is what I use and I have all my athletes use for rehabilitation or injury prevention, as well as rehab and training preparation. It doesn't matter if it's fighters, it doesn't matter if I'm getting ready to throw at a Highland Games event or do an upper body movement at all. This is what I do every time I am going to lift. I do this every single day. So the first is band pull aparts. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set my band just underneath my chest, and I'm going to retract my scapula, as in I'm going to bring it together like I'm trying to pinch my shoulder blades together. Then what I'm going to do is by keeping my arms slightly bent the entire time, I'm going to pull the band straight underneath my chest. It can actually go any place on the chest. It will still warm you up. I just like to reinforce the groove of whenever I train my bench press, so I remember to set my back every single time. You would only do roughly 12 to 15 reps for your first set. Then I move to overhead band pull aparts. I'm just go here and touch the back of my neck. I'm not trying to tricep press it. I'm keeping my arm bent and I'm pulling it apart while using my lats and my back and still keeping that scapular retraction or pinching my shoulder blades together. Another one is band dislocates. Some of you may have seen this done like a broomstick whenever you were younger, but since the band has give, it actually uses your true range of motion as far as flexibility. So what I'll do is I'll go halfway. So I'll come here and I'll go half. I usually do about 10 to the halfway point to mid-back. And then I'll go ahead and go all the way down until it touches my lower back. This is really good for dynamic stretching and active flexibility. Next one, after that, I take a micro band, which is it's an orange band that Elite Fitness sells. You would think with all the products I have there, I would be getting paid for this. Everything in Ironman is Elite Fitness. Alright, this one is just external rotations. So I'm going to create a 90-degree angle, and I'm going to bring my fist and point it to the ceiling. Once again, about maybe 12 to 20 reps or so on this. Just rotating right at the shoulder joint. As I said earlier, this is done every single day before lifting or before an event. I actually do it once in the morning, once before I lift, and if I'm doing throwing practice or anything later today, I do it there as well. Then there's internal rotations. Same position, but take your fist towards the floor while leaving your elbow there. Then we've got another red mini band, same as the one I was using. I just have one already set up. This is just basic face pulls. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to create about a foot between each hand. I actually leave my pinkies free. And then what I'm going to do is do that same scapular retraction, but I'm going to pull this towards my face. What that will do is it will activate more of my upper back and traps, rear delts. And all of it should burn. It should almost feel like a workout, but it doesn't take that long to do all these. This would be considered going through this entire routine is considered one set. I'd say for at least your first set, or your first time going through it during the day, do at least 3 sets. Then, if you're lifting later, go through it once or twice. If you're going to throw later or do any kind of practice in your sport or chosen endeavor, then go through it again. If you have any shoulder tightness or anything, and you have to lay off lifting or throwing or anything else, do more of this. Do up to 5 sets of that, because it's just good active flexibility. It's also good dynamic stretching, and it's also very, very, very good for rehabilitative purposes. I used to have really bad right shoulder. It was extremely bad. I couldn't do much with it. I couldn't press much with it or anything. And I rehabilitated it all off of these movements. And it was very easy to do. And it only took, the shoulder was bad for almost 2 years. And it actually only took about 6 months to get it to where it was like it was never injured at all. Overhand, if you like, but I like to use alternating because I very rarely use straps on this. So I would literally get my position, make sure the bar is correct, drop down in one motion and go. And stand straight up as quick as possible. And then I will lower it. Do not let go of a deadlift bar while you got bands on it. It is not a smart thing